Hey everybody, this is Glidercat, and it's time to play. We are back in Final Factory. Let's get back to it. What we're working on right now is we need to automate planetary science. So that's basically involves automating the creation of the bots. In last episode, we set up a factory to do it. So we got the ability to make the bots, the research bots, planetary research bots. But what we need to do now is supply the raw resources into this factory. Now I'm sure there's easy ways to do this, but I don't want to do it the easy way. I want to play with this feature that's pretty unique to most factory games I've played. I think maybe one other has a feature kind of like this, but where we can automate like cargo ships, automate the routing of custom ships. So you'll see we've got our trusty battleship here, just kind of sitting here styling. And in between episodes, I created a prototype cargo ship. Let me show you how this thing works, and then we'll walk through kind of its design, and then we'll look at some of the imperfections and maybe set about improving this guy. So this is just an early prototype. But let me show you how this works, and then I'll explain it. If we click here, I'm going to make this say 30 just to make this fast. I'll explain all this in a second. I'm going to turn on the automation here with enable transit. Boom. And let's just watch and see what this guy does. So I'm not touching any of the controls right now. I mean, I'm flying my little ship down here. This guy's heading over to our bauxite mining station. Gonna line up, land. And now these little inserter bots, are going to take bauxite from these chests, load it onto our cargo ship. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cargo containers. We've got 2 station cores. They store a tiny bit, but not much. So this, I've got this, you saw, I got the script set up to sit there for 30 seconds. We just loaded up for 30 seconds. Now this guy is back on its way over to our Planetary Research bot factory. Gonna swing over here. Swing around, land, and then some inserter bots are going to offload the product there. And that will just continue on indefinitely. I'm going to stop the automation, pause it. Now, these bots can still unload the bauxite. That's fine. So how do we do it? 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 All right. This control, or this object right here, the small command core, says it allows for issuing automated movement commands to a station, assuming that station has rocket adapters. Players can ride in this vehicle, right? Where is that? We just unlocked it in the tech tree not too long ago. There's 2 versions of it. I built what I think is the small version. I don't know what the big version is. It must be huge. But it's this guy right here, small command core recipe. Again, we just read the description on it. Way this works is once you've bolted on to your station, any station, and you click on it, you'll get kind of a script here. And we can maybe do one of these. Let's try. I'm wondering if we should do it from scratch. Let's do it from scratch. I'll delete all this stuff. And let me show you what I did. Let's take this station and land it somewhere else. Show you how to automate it, then then we'll walk through the design of the ship. I'm going to delete this landing zone just so I can show you how I did it. I'm going to delete the landing zone over here. This was a little tricky, and I'm not an expert, so this will be my second time doing it when I show it to you now. I'm just right-clicking to delete those. You got your ship. Slapped on your little automation module here, small command core. What do? You click here. First thing you do is pick a landing zone. So we don't have any established yet, so I'll do add new landing zone. And now it's giving me a ghost of my ship. So I'm going to just pick a spot here where these inserters can reach my little cargo boxes. And I can go in further if I want, but I'll do it right there. And I think we can name this. This is going to be Bauxite port planet. Planet Research Factory, and that's the bauxite port. That's where we're dropping off bauxite. That's station name bauxite port. That zone. Maybe this is where I want it. Port. I'm just going to put a 1 here so we can distinguish between the two names. If I mouse over this, does it say what its name is? Current station ID, bauxite port, planet. All right. Now I've got one landing point, and I can say, go back into the script and add a condition. We get a few options. Fill your inventory, empty your inventory, or wait for seconds. I'm going to do wait for seconds. 30. And I'm going to do wait for seconds because when we go through the design, I've actually got 2 different inventories here. So I'm not sure how empty inventory would work. We'll see that when I go over the design. Okay, now we want to add a new landing zone. But before we do, I think I want to reorient the ship. See, because it's going to be hard to specify the landing zone with the way it's oriented. We'll see. I know we want to dock at the other port like that. Let's see if this helps. This is my first time trying this. Add new landing zone. Oh, see, all right. Over here. This is where I struggled last time. I don't know if there's a way to rotate. Oh yeah, there's R. R key does it. Okay. Now I just specify a new landing zone. Same kind of thing. I just want to pick a spot that's within range of these inserters. That'll do right there. Boom. We can name this station Bauxite Mine 2. Bauxite Mine 1 might be the one near our main headquarters, our initial home. So I'll just save that name. Boom. Back to our ship here. And this guy will set a condition. Same thing. Spend 30 seconds over at the bauxite mine. And then I can enable the automation right here. Let's change this name to bauxite freighter. I spelled that wrong. That and enable transport. See what it does. Goes here. Spins around, kind of lands. Unloads for 30 seconds, and then it's going to go to the other one. Wait, or I can actually fast forward here too. We can just hit play on the next one. Play. So go over to the bauxite mine. Verify that this guy's going to land. I've got 2 rocket adapters on this thing. Just verify this is going to do what we think. Guy spins 270 degrees just for style. There it goes. So it's loading and it's working. All right, let's stop the automation. And let's grab this guy. I'm going to hop in. Move this guy around. Let's go out and we'll land this thing anywhere. Or what orientation it's going to drop it. And let's go over the design of this ship. All right. So what do we got here? It's all the obvious stuff. We've got little cargo holds in the back. So that's where we're going to take on the bauxite. This goes through some connectors into a station core. The station core here is mainly to provide stability for the whole station, but I mainly have 2 just so I have ports to bolt things on. So we've got our heat sink bolted on. We've got our Small command core bolted on. You can pass materials through station cores. So that's what we're doing here. More connectors are going to channel that bauxite straight on through to the front of the ship. I'll pass through the station core as well, no problems. Hidden on this station core, if you look real close, there's actually a little repair center in case the ship takes damage while it's doing its job. That's the main cargo part. I've got various solar panels hanging off of this thing just to generate extra electricity. You can see I got a bunch of capacitors here just to store energy for the lasers in case we come under heavy attack. And then I've just got lasers kind of strategically positioned where I think they look cool and where they're going to help protect the ship. There should be plenty of charge there. And then we've got our 2 rocket adapters. Then we have the fuel for the rocket adapters. So I've got cargo hold here and a cargo hold here. I have manually loaded those with armor blocks because they have a high mass. They last a decent time. This thing's going to be running constantly, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So there's a couple flaws with this design. One big flaw, and then there's one thing we need to address that we haven't even addressed yet. So the big flaw, as you saw, was the loading speed is really slow with these guys, with these little inserters. What we want to do, we're going to fix that this episode. We'll work on that. The other thing that needs to happen is we need a way to automate the refueling. So we need a factory somewhere that's going to produce those blocks. I guess we'll start by using these armor blocks. It's just, they're made out of pure iron, I believe. We can do it near an iron mine, or we can do it somewhere else. But we need some kind of fuel station that this cargo ship can dock and load up on fuel, and that any other cargo ships we make can load up on fuel. Those are the 2 things. And then later on, we're going to get better cargo storage. If we look in the tech tree, coming up soon, we need Planetary Research to get it, I think. These guys right here, high density storage, unlocks large cargo holds. Yeah, so that will be more efficient. Less trips, hauling more materials per trip than using these little guys I have scattered throughout here. I'm kind of limited how many I can put unless I really make the ship long. But I'm picturing once we unlock that large cargo hold, we can just slap it in right here somehow. So let's solve the loading problem. What we can do, instead of using these little inserters, we can use logistics, guys called. We just made some. They're in here somewhere. Where are you? Right here. Logistics bays. These are cargo drones, can pick up items from here, and they also act as a junction. So what I want to do, rip this out. Rip this out. Rid of these little guys. Grab all this bauxite that's sitting here. My inventory is probably not going to let me grab it all. Before I rip that out, I can rip one of these out, I think. Let's put a couple of these logistics stations down. Oh, where did you just hide in my inventory? Here you are. 6 bays. I want one there. Don't want one there. I'm gonna need to put a splitter there. Kind of want some storage. Let's do how do we want to do this? Splitter. You want a little bit of storage. Storage. There. In fact, these could just be storages, couldn't they? Do that. inventory's full. I'm going to unload some bauxite here into some of these. Where are you? Later, we may replace these with the bigger capacity storages once we unlock those from the tech tree. Then I'm going to clip on those logistics bays. Because I'm going to have to do them in this direction just because the way we have things spaced. And then logistics bays, they work hand in hand with these cargo drones. Boom. And this guy, we're probably going to have to reroute that destination for sure. Now these guys will deliver 2 logistics bays. So let's swap these guys out for logistics bays. We'll see if this turns out to be faster. Boom, boom. I'm going to reset my filter. I'll do it. Bauxite, bauxite. And then we're going to need to re-record that station. This one way. Add a landing zone. Be real close to the edge of these cargo drones. They don't have as much, as far to travel. I think they can be really close. Find out. Spend 30 seconds there just for testing. And let's go fix the other half of this. We want to be able to unload fast as well. Oh man, I gotta build more of these guys probably. Are you? Up here are logistics bays. Get 10 of those going. So these are gonna have to go. I'm afraid this is gonna reduce our cargo capacity even more because these logistics bays only have 2 slots. This is, like I said, it's kind of half prototype. It's our first foray into doing the automation. We get the bigger storage, we may revisit all of this design. And now we need to fix this side. We want kind of the same thing. We want maybe not splitters. Let's put storage here. Maximize how much we can drop off in one trip, at least until we get those better cargo holds. And let's see, do we get our stuff? Push us out a little bit. I need cargo drones. Those are working ships. Build 10 of those too. Craft it up nice and quick. Boom, boom. Our filters to bauxite. Heading into the factory. And then obviously this landing thing we're going to have to fix too. Go back to our little programming module here. A new landing zone. Our line up kind of close. Whoop. Where we want to be. I said whoops because these guys need to be reversed. They're actually going to be loading the station, so I need to change the direction on these guys. Back to the ship. Might be too close there now. We'll see. These guys the right way? Yeah, those guys are the right way. Here, add. Seconds. Our new landing zone. This guy be kind of close. See if it's too close, we'll redo it. Okay, let's get rid of this. Landing zone. Hard to tell what's lined up. I guess that's lined up. to be as close as we can be. Condition, wait for seconds 30 again. And let's start it. Start the automation. We'll see what we get. This guy's not in the way. Here. Around. And I'm too close. So we're going to have to move this. All right. You off. You out of the way. Rid of that. Does it tell me what that one's called? Oh, there it is. Statement van. We'll rename these. They get default names. That one. Down. Try that. This guy out of the way, our big battleship, just so that's not impacting things. Back to our conditions here, 30 seconds. Port. Bauxite mine 2. I don't want to spend too much time on naming because we're probably going to re-delete these things again several times before we have this down. All right, let's launch and see what happens. Heading over here to load up. Should be faster. We should get a lot more here in 30 seconds. These cargo holds look like they're all full. Hopefully this is lined up all right. Boom. A lot faster. That's a lot faster. Now we've got kind of what looks to be saturated connectors. Loading bauxite. Don't have a lot of storage for all this bauxite. You can see these guys hold about 32 per cargo drone. In fact, we're already starting to fill up. These connectors are backed up. All right, there it goes. There was room for a little more, maybe. This is more proof of concept than anything else. Hopefully this guy can unload. Around this time, the front of the ship is going to be accessed. Check it out. Check it out. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I like it. I like it. Now we got to figure out what we want to do next. We need to build a factory for fuel stations. These can probably always stay just these regular cargo boxes. We also need a factory for ice harvesting. You set that up somewhere, anywhere. I guess probably somewhere near here. And then off camera or between episodes or something, I'll clone this and build 2 more of these. One to deliver ice and one to deliver the iron that we need. Yeah, what do we want to do first? I got a little chest here, something that I deleted. Let me grab it. Let's set up ice mining. Let's set it up somewhere permanent. We're going to be hanging around this planet all the time. This factory is going to be here probably forever. So I guess we can set up the ice mine. In fact, we could almost get by without, maybe just beam the ice over. Ice, yeah. Might. Could replace us with a mass driver. just have a factory nearby that's sending it over. This area is going to stick around for a good long time. Let's get on it. Let's just start building. We've got ice catchers and we've got comet harvesters. Let's throw these guys down here. I have a feeling we're going to end up connecting these things. Boom. Boom. Start with that. Let's throw our little comet catchers here. And how do we want a factory build? Oh man, those are big. This guy down. And connect them with a strut, maybe. These have stability cost. 15 stability cost. Right now, if we look at the station. Oh, these aren't connected. Let me move. Let me test that. Little pairs are not actually connected. Land or something? Why am I'm in a weird mode here, like things are floating. All right, let's throw armor down maybe. Yeah, okay, those guys are connected. So it says our totals, if you look at the pop-up, our stability is 60. And the station core is 9. So that would be 1 for the little strut I'm going to put down. So we should have a stability of 70, but I want to see if this guy, if this strut helps. If we get something less than 70, it means this strut is helping. Stability is 65. Yeah, so that little strut helped us. I don't know that we can use 2, get more benefit. What are we at? 65? Do another one. 62. All right. That helped us a little bit. Now we need to route stuff out of these guys. This is where all our ice is going to be coming out. Power. Let's throw that off the sides. Yeah, what I need here, let's put this on here. We'll get some power going. Taking another station core. Struts. I don't know if struts will help here or not. My hotbar is so loaded that I've kind of switched to not using it. Still not enough power. Make sure everything's connected the way I think it is. You guys must use a ton. I'm producing what? 56, 112. Air collectors. 112, and then these guys. Oh my goodness. Need more power. You fit. Do yet another station core up here. And this time we're going to dissipate heat. All right. Now we are operational. Yeah, if we wanted to beam ice, see what that would actually look like. It makes sense to link these two stations together. We would do something like this. Would go there. Send the ice in that way. And do the same thing with these guys. Boom, boom. And a warning that we're being attacked. I should go check that out. Go do it. It looks like we fought off the attackers. Now this guy, where do we need the ice? This is where we were going to bring in the ice. How far of a range do you have? Man, not quite far enough. Just short of where I want it. Although we could slide this guy over a bit. We're going to need to provide for the defense of this thing, though, too. Landing zone is not clear. Get you out of the way first. Can't seem to get this guy to move. Sure. Oh, I think we saw this before. These things had a hard time moving. All right. You insist. Needs to make its way into these guys. Could come at it from the top. Mess up my design a little bit here. Hmm. I might be able to do it right here. Put this down here. Rid of this capacitor. Their big cargo ship coming by. A connector here. The ice. Yeah, I think it will work actually. Ice. And this one, we're going to have to reverse it. Won't be bringing up ice from the bottom anymore. That's going to go away. I'm going to tell you, ship ice over to our buddy there. Nope. Nation. Oh. Destination. Boom. Okay, that's ice taken care of for now. We don't have any defenses over here. That's something we're gonna have to take care of, I think. Our power situation look like? We've got some surplus power. Let's do it. Let's do. We do bats. Let's do these guys. Then something similar over here. Pushing me over on the heat, which is not good. I don't know if I have a good solution for that other than putting another core on here. Fine with 2 lasers. Nope, not gonna do it. Right? Pop a heat sink on here. I don't know. I'm just doing some kind of little design here for the heck of it. Got a spot for a solar panel. Let's take advantage of that. These guys will cover that half. You guys will help cover some of that. Feels like it's not going to be sufficient, but I've got some guys helping out over here too. So we'll leave it. Now we've got ice. The last thing we need is a cargo ship. Check it out. Yeah, this is fully stocked. Last thing we need is a cargo ship for iron. Let me do that, and then I'll come right back. I'm basically going to clone this thing. Then the last thing we'll need to do is work on fueling these transit ships or these cargo ships. Maybe cleaning up this port here that we're no longer using for ice. I'll be right back. I'm probably going to need to do some handcrafting for these components, but I'll be right back once we get this new cargo ship made, and then we'll set up the routing together. All right, I'm back. I've got the second kind of freighter ship built. This one's going to be for iron. I need to change the filters here, so let's do that. I is now going to be iron. I learned, I think it's shift click for setting the filter, copying the settings. So here I'm just shift clicking. Might be control. All right, so that is set up now to bring in iron. Now we got to set the route. This guy's not in the way. Hopefully this guy's not in the way. We're about to find out. Let's see if this is going to work. We may have to move the ports a little bit to make room. All right, add a new landing zone. We're barely going to fit. We'll have this guy land. I think that would do it. Boom. I really don't like these automatic names here. Let's make this 30 seconds. And we need another port. Our iron, I think, is down here. One of them. And I got to make this guy, get this guy set up and ready. I don't think he's ready. You are not, but you're close. Heat sinks in my way. Let me move that up. There. It's back. It's back. Grab that. And we did a couple storage boxes, I think, last time. Something like this. And just a couple of logistics. More of those. I have 2. Oh, just enough. Q key to copy an existing building. Make sure to make more of those. And cargo drones. You guys are going to be loading. Awesome. That provides a little bit of extra storage. We did throw some defense platforms up near the bauxite landing center. We'll have to see if that's going to work. Not. But let's see if we can get this iron going. That will get us automated on planetary research bots, which has been our main goal. We still have to do the refueling. I threw in some of these guys into both ships, armor blocks, so they have some fuel for a while, but then we're going to have to take care of. Let's do a landing zone. This time, I'm going to go over here. Rotate the R key and we'll load from behind. This guy's kind of close, something like that. Condition, wait for seconds. We'll make it 30. Turn on the automation and see what we get. I'll rename those stations once we know everything's working. Let's set this guy in motion too. Okay, so this guy is just going through the iron sequence. He doesn't have anything. What are you doing? Try not turn site port. I wonder if he can't land. We might have to separate these. Yeah, it looks like he's this one. The bauxite guy is supposed to be at the port. May need to move that over a bit. Landing zone. Okay, let's see if our iron ship loads up. Does this little 270-degree spin. Boom. That's awesome. I love this feature of the game. It looks like my cargo, my bays weren't full. And we have a little issue with cargoes don't act as splitters. That one should be a splitter. I wanted as much stored up as possible. That was kind of the idea. They will all unify once this redocks. So this guy's coming back. Let's see if these guys get in each other's way. There is room, but they may need a certain amount of clearance. This guy's not unloading because it's already full. Storage is full. This guy is unloading. We should now see these guys spin into action, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I'm mistaken. Short on power. Big time short on power. Maybe we can get through, get by with solar. Factor's trying to spin to life, and there's just a little bit too much demand on power. Okay, these guys, are we getting planetary bots yet? Oh, we're just now starting to get the iron products coming through. Yeah, we may need to scale this. We may need to scale this factory. Oh, look at this. Stability is an issue. Not sure why that would be firing now. It's kind of weird timing for that. Power. Try and squeak through with solar. Yeah, we did produce planetary bots. Not the most efficient. It looks like the iron products are definitely our weak spot. They may catch up. We have one little drone, one little bot doing planetary research. There's his next little buddy. And see, this belt right here is what's super duper slow. Those are the Overdriver components. They're getting starved of like robotic parts, right? Are coming in too slow. Iron's flowing pretty good. What's it look like for power on the station? We're doing okay. Just trying to see if this is our bottleneck. Comes more iron. With these medium density structures are being set up here. Two connectors. I won't know where the shortfall is until things kind of balance out for a little bit. Could be we don't need as many connectors as we're producing, but we got to wait for the inventories to fill up before we know that. It's not getting enough production out of here, but need to scale up this production. Looks a little weak. We can do that. We can move things up. Let's add another atomic printer. If I control X, let's copy this guy. Move him up as far as I can. He's in there. Enough room. Find a home for you, buddy. Will not clip onto that. You'll clip on there, and you will clip on down here. Got room for you there. Let's do a copy on these guys. Try to take 2 sets of these. Try that again. Scaling up medium density structures. Power issues. Our inventory. Still have plenty. Are these guys not unloading? Drones have 27 each in them. Why aren't you unloading? Is there something obvious I'm missing? Not sure. They should unload. See, they already have iron showing there. If I tab the Alt key, it's just like Factorio. You can see what the machines are set to handle. Yeah, I'm concerned. Iron hasn't unloaded. These are full. Getting full. This side's full. See what happens with the next load of iron. Strange that it waited for a full load before it unloads. I'm not crazy about that. That was configurable. The iron medium density structures do take 2 per. Was even more than that, to tell you the truth. What are we doing on Planetary Research bots? We're up to 4. That ain't gonna cut it. We need a lot. We need a whole lot. You guys waiting on? You're waiting on overdrivers. Overdrivers are waiting on medium density structures, it looks like. Or are they just slow? It takes 12 medium density structures for every overdriver. looks what we're waiting on, or is it production times? That guy's got plenty. This guy is waiting. Overdriver. Second. Yeah, he's waiting. I need 6 fabricators. He's got 2 badges worth. He is waiting on medium density structures. That's our weakness. Medium density structures are starting to back up in the connector area, which is good. So that should mean more should be flowing into these guys, making overdrivers. And then we may actually deploy. Matter of fact, can we make one? Let's see if we can make one by hand, since these guys are doing busy work right now. I'm going to make a couple overdrivers. Let's see if we can drop them onto our station. We can always expand above. We can expand off to the side a little bit, throw in more, station cores or whatever we need. Have to be as jammed in as we've got things. We've got all kinds of room. We're up to 6 planetary research bots, but I want more. More iron getting pumped into the system. Still don't see a lot coming out of here, though. Medium density structures, that is, coming out of this mass driver. Like to see a whole heck of a lot more. All right, let's try popping down one of these overdrivers where I can bolt it on. Ooh. Need to bolt. You do need to bolt onto something. Let's throw another station core on here. Just don't have anywhere to clip on things. Good. I'm going to craft a few more of those up. I don't have any on me. We got to wait for crafting. There we go. Now we'll just throw it here. I know it's ugly. Try the overdriver and see what this does for us, if anything. We knew that was coming, right? Oh, a big boy power module on here. We'll probably have heat problems next. We doing? How are we doing? Starved on iron ore. Comes another batch. Still only have 6 planetary research bots. Oh man. But we should be slowly doing research now, are we? Research required 500. Asteroid research. Oh, we're over here. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. I have the cargo depot selected. I think that's going to be a big deal for us. Yeah, I put in high density materials are here at the back. That's required for these new cargo guys. So I'll add that to the back of the queue. That may help solve our iron supply issues. We're burning through it faster than we can bring it over here, I think. Bauxite. A little bit left. I don't know if it's even making it to the last fabricator. Or atomic printer, I should say. We're burning through it all before we even get there. Look, they're spitting out a little bit faster. Nothing, still just 6. Or now it's 5. The batch of iron. Are you full as you can be? Let's change your script a little bit. Before we do, let's rename that station because that's going to drive me crazy. The Iron Station. Mine too. Let's make this 40 seconds. A little better. We're doing fine on bauxite. More than we need. Like this guy, to save time, we might say, why don't you spend a full minute here? Whoops. So you don't have to make so many trips. We're doing mining drones, 4, 4, and 4. So our ship assembler back at our home base, our original first base, is keeping up. Flying mining drones. We need to scale up this operation though a little bit. Those need a full load. Curious to see how full this gets between cargo ship visits. I got lots of room for more iron in here. I could fill these in from the side too. It's got 2 slots, 2 output slots. So though I don't think so. I don't think it's passing through. I think you're supposed to do the cargo drones kind of in this direction, then you can leverage both of those ports. This guy's not getting full. These guys have some inventory, and these guys do too. Let's see how this guy does. Fuel looks okay. That's the other thing we got to do. Probably next episode, we'll try and get that set up. Curious how full this guy's getting. This 45. Back here. Not full enough, right? We doing still just like 5 or 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's not going to do it. It's not going to cut it. Not going to cut it. All right, tell you what, let's wrap this episode here, though. Pretty cool being able to set up these cargo ships like this. I like it. But we need to ramp up production even further. Could be that we have another set of cargo ships bringing iron from another station. As soon as this guy leaves, another one pulls in, does its thing. We'll wait for this guy to unload, and I'll show you something. One more thing. Here at the station, if I click the landing zone, get this max queue size. Let's see what this says. Set the maximum number of ships that can be queued up at this station. Setting this to 0 will let any number of ships queue up. We could have another cargo ship bring in iron here so that it's like a constant flow. I do think we have throughput issues here, though. This last atomic printer is not getting anything. Might need to leverage this separate channel, expand the station, put more of those somehow. Not have these two fork into one connector. I think there's a bottleneck there for throughput. But yeah, not bad for prototypes. Not bad. Cool feature. I like it quite a bit. We got ice done. We got 2 freighters built. We set up landing zones. We walked through the ship design. We did get a lot done this episode, but we see we do need to scale this up big time. Big time, at least double. What we might do is we've got oxide asteroid. There's another iron one right nearby. This guy. Maybe we set up a mining platform here and duplicate that cargo ship and see what it's like having 2 cargo ships supply these guys. I do think we're going to have to rip this station open and do a better job at producing medium density structures. I think we got a throughput issue here, even when the iron comes. I don't think we have enough to even get to this atomic printer. So we got a full saturated connector coming in, and it's just getting used up by the first 4 atomic printers. Look, this one's hardly getting anything. It just got a nugget, second nugget, third nugget. This guy's not getting anything. Let's just rip this guy out because he's not doing anything for us. Yeah, that's it for this one. For now, this is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this series on Final Factory. I'm playing the Overdrive update. Pretty darn cool. I want to thank Glidercat patrons and channel members for their support as always. With that, I'll see y'all in the next episode. Ooh, wait a second. How many do we got over here now? Hey, it's picking up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a lot better. Just doubled. Yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next episode.